The scene is set for New York by Night's vampire venue. Dr. Softly and his foster child Rose have been training in her library. They finished a while ago, cleaned up for a arranged meeting with Paragos, the Liberator, a gangrel. The two of them are waiting. Dr. Softly was, of course, training her in the disciplines of her clan, and she was training him in some rather more unusual disciplines, not commonly found in the clan. But they wait inside the room for Paragos to arrive.
After a while, Paragos arrives at the main door and rings the bell. So he waits.
Rose will stand up and she will walk towards the door. She opens it just so slightly. Who's there?
It's me, Rose.
Ah, okay. Come in, and the door opens just a little bit more, so you actually have to squeeze a little bit through, but
We manage that. We can manage that. Alright, he squeezes in.
Hi.
Evening,
How are
Rose.
you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am fine as well. Yes. Would you like to come up? Dr. Softly is here too.
Sure, why not? And he raises an eyebrow. Huh. I thought I could have a minute with you alone, actually. Wanted to discuss with you about private matters. And I don't think Dr. Softly should listen to.
Okay.
Could we talk out here in the corridor?
Well, there's no one else around in the library at this time of night, so yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just wondering if, some time passed and you haven't gotten back to me with any answer. If you were thinking about my proposal.
Yes, yes, I have. Just give me a moment because she quickly closes the employment entrance and she is inscribbling a symbol on it just to make sure that no one will enter. I need to find what roll to make because I don't know that off the top of my head. Give me a moment. There. I need the correct page number because it was still standing on presents. There it is. Intelligence larceny, difficulty 7. Which is 4 plus 3 is 7 dice. Opening dice stream. It's slow. And meanwhile, Dr. Softly is of course waiting in the.
Yeah, and I rolled to see if you overhear any of the conversation.
Okay.
Not these eavesdropping, but just from where I'm sitting. Because
ouch! My God.
Yep, it's a fine-looking squiggle you made.
Yeah.
It's totally gonna keep out like badass dragons and
I know.
Bestest squiggle ever sees.
Anyway, if you overhear anything, let's see. Usually the place that I bring everyone is upstairs in one of the sitting areas there. So we are now downstairs. So I think you can make some words out. You can definitely hear that they are talking. And let's just say like 1 out of 10 words you can actually hear.
Yeah.
Because you still have 2 successes, so.
Yep.
Agreed?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Right. Well, now at least I have the door warded, so we won't have any unexpected visitors. You were talking about the teaching you some of my skills, right?
Exactly.
I've given it a lot of thought. The problem is mainly at this point that I am a fledgling. I'm a Brugia fledgling. And I would have to consult my sire.
Does your sire knows your secret?
Well, some of them.
Huh. Nice dodging there. Well, I'll be more specific if you don't mind. Does Dr. Softly know your secret? Or at least some of your secrets?
Oh, you know that he is my foster sire. Well, like I said, he knows some of my secrets. He knows what I am, and he kind of understands what I'm capable of, I believe.
So, according to what you're saying and the fact that you want to consult with him about teaching me up penetration, I'm guessing that he knows that you're skilled in the art of the shadows.
Yes, he knows that. It's more that I can't really let this go without consulting him. It would probably not look well.
Well, I would say it's a surprise, but in the case of Dr. Sefley, I don't really think it's a big surprise that he knows that. Anyhow, if that's the problem, shall we go upstairs and talk with them? If you don't mind me being present.
No, of course not. Let's, I mean, if you want some refreshments, I have some upstairs as well, so it's best we go upstairs instead of asking him to come down, because it'll be more convenient to be upstairs.
Of course, I understand. And of course, I would like some refreshments.
And with that, Rose is leading the way up to the sitting area once again, with the big dark brown leather chairs and a very small table with a couple of glasses on it, a bottle of blood, and she opens the door towards the room. She's like, we're back.
Oh,
Back.
Evening, Softly. How are you doing?
Quite well, quite well. Yourself?
Same.
Rose is now pouring the vitae in the three glasses that are standing on the table. She hands glasses to Paragus and Dr. Softly before taking her own and taking a seat.
Dr. Softly will take it, but not drink any of it. Take it politely, though. Actually, one thing to make note of: when they were doing their training, Dr. Softly seems to be coming along with the use of Tenebration. Only like tiny manipulations of the shadows so far, but he hasn't drunk any of her blood. He got the blood from elsewhere.
It's not my blood.
Yeah, somebody else with a Tenebration's blood he got his hands on. I wonder where he got that. Cheeky Dr. Softly.
Who am I to question? But this is, by the way, this is just a bottle of. It's not my.
Oh yeah, I know.
By the way, just to make this absolutely clear.
If it also yours, it Well, it's fine by me. just bad for my character.
So, Dr. Softly, Bergos had a few weeks ago asked me if I could help him.
Yes.
He kind of got to know that I could manipulate shadows, and he would like for me to teach him.
Oh, well, I'm sure interesting. But what else are he's looking towards Paragos partly for this, isn't it? He looks back to her. What other parts of the arrangement were there? Of course, we live in a society of favors and boons. I'm sure he offered something quite interesting.
Paragos would chug down his glass of blood. Vaida, as he will put it down on the table, looking at Rose, back to Dr. Softly, back to Rose. So that's the type of consulting you guys do in here, huh?
Well, I must, of course, educate my foster child on the nightly games and make sure that she's getting a fair deal.
Oh, she's getting a fair deal. I'm actually wondering what do you put your eyes on?
I'm curious as to what exactly the deal is.
Well, as the deal I offered for Rose here was that she would teach me the art of the shadows so I can better understand it and my enemies in the Sabbath, and thus will able to use their art against them and manipulate theirs, which is the main reason why I want to learn it. What I offered her for it is simply something of even value, you might call it. I didn't know at the time anything particular that Rose got her eyes upon, so I offered her a major boon at her disposal for me at any time she would like to use it.
Not. Unfortunately, I wouldn't regard that as quite even. Now, of course, it's significant enough, but that particular discipline is very rare to find in our circles. So a single major boon is, well, it's not an insulting offer, I will admit, but I would still think it would be an offer that could be improved upon.
Enlighten me.
I do not know all you have to offer. And as well, if she were to be given a major boon, do you not think the possibility of her being... She might be curious about the powers of your own blood, asking for training in, say, protein, but I know that I have heard that young Gangrel have been given out in training such a thing. A major boon might cause you some problems yourself in that regard if the other Gangrel were to find out.
First of all, the other Gangrel will not have any problem with that fact. As apparently, due to recent event, I found out I'm the only one I'm the only one in the city that actually gives a damn about that thing. Second of all, I do not know exactly how long are you walking among the dead, but as I learned by my travels and from all those who I have met, my powers of the blood, along with very, very few others, exceeds in the worth of teaching a lot others of penetration among them. These are secrets that are unique and are not possessed by all sorts of variation of the blood, which is why only a certain clan possesses them, and which is why it should be like that. Which is why I offered for the Out of the Shadows a major boon, and not more than that. Yet if you do wish more than that, then as I said, enlighten me.
Dr. Softly will open a briefcase and he'll take out 2 coins. One is a silver dollar. This is of substantial value, of course, significant. And the other one he'll take out is a much older looking coin. This one is in a plastic case. This coin is from Carthage. Of course, this was once significant value, and comparatively in the times, this one is worth more in these times, I'd say. But it is the rarity of this in this time which makes it of greater value. There are many kindred in the city. Well, not a huge number, but there are some kindred in the city who are running around with knowledge of Protean. There is a much smaller number with knowledge of obtenebration. Therefore, obtenebration is of greater value. Now, if you were about to reveal that you have powers regarding necromancy, well, then I think we're talking about quite a reasonable deal. But what I am saying is a major boon alone, in my opinion, due to the rarity of this discipline. Perhaps you could think of more to offer. I could not in good conscience endorse the offer as it stands. Though, as I said, it is not an insulting offer.
Rose, anything particular you would like, except Major Boon?
Well, at this point, I really don't know. I have no care for taking away your clan's unique powers. Though they are interesting to learn because they are secrets.
Of course, all of the secrets of the blood are interesting to learn and to be fulfilled upon yourself. Yet one must still have the time to learn and use those gifts. And this is pretty complicated to do it with everything. See, there is just one problem with your case here, Dr. Softly, about the coins.
Yes.
See, we just ran into a couple of folks from the Sabbat. And I can as easily stake one of them instead of kill him, bring him back and force him to teach me. Yet it is something I do not wish to do, which is why I came upon Rose and asked for her help.
But you forget there is risk in such a thing. Now, yes, potentially you could come across Lord Spat, but I believe the number of La Sombra have dropped sensibly, and they're the ones who have the vast majority of knowledge of Tenebration, though there are others likely who shared packs with them who will have some bit of knowledge. That might in fact work out. However, it will be difficult to locate them, difficult to subdue them, and could be very dangerous to yourself. I mean, warning, of course. If it is a La Sombra, dominate as a clan discipline of theirs, you might end up, rather than learning something, could end up being dinner for them. Or perhaps they will simply refuse to teach you. It has some merit, but very few. Now, if you had come in here saying that you had knowledge of vicissitude, well, that is a very rare discipline to find amongst those in the Camarilla. That, I think, would have been a very useful skill. Not to belittle other abilities. My clan has no ready access to many of these others.
Useful might be vicissitude disgusts me, and I do not wish to learn upon her gifts. Anyway, only thing in my head right now that I could offer you except major boon would be a use of my contacts, or perhaps introducing you to some. Other than that, if you want anything else, you should ask, because my variety of offers is not that big, though I can achieve anything you can.
True, but there is the potential. You're forgetting about one angle. It's like, if one major boon will do, you could offer more than one. If that would not be too high a price in your mind. It depends on how much value you put into this. Of course, you are in no way being forced to accept, and of course, Rose and myself would have to consider such a matter.
Well, out of character, remind me the type of boons.
Oh, there's trivial, minor, major would in theory be suitable for this, but Tenebration, the camera is really hard to get your hands on. Then there's blood boon, I think, and then there's life boon. If you want to offer a blood boon, it's going to be like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, we'll make you teach her all the disciplines, and you can just keep making them do crap. With life and blood boons, you can just keep making them do things. The blood boon, you'd have to really significantly risk yourself to clear it.
Stop there. Alright. Now, as I said, I do wish to learn this thing so I can help the Camarilla better in facing its enemies, which is why I don't want to owe a lot of death for it. See, I just wish to expand my knowledge. Yeah, it has some costs, but I'm not going to throw anything to anyone who offers something. Which is why also you made a fair point, I guess. I will consider actually offering a major boon for Rose here, and a tribal one for you or Rose. You can choose for which one. But I will probably go no more than that. I do not wish to put myself in a situation when I can't put my word into action.
Well, I think we should all take some time to consider this matter. If you have any changes of heart and wish to increase your offer, of course, contact us. Myself and Rose can consider the matter. For the moment, it's a reasonable offer, but we'll need time to discuss it out. And
Understood. And with that, Pargos will rise from his seat and reaches his hand for Dr. Softly to briefly shake it.
Dr. Softly will shake it. Firm grip. Smile. Let's smile in his face.
Yeah, Pargos will smile as he shakes Dr. Softly's hand, with just for a slight of secondary, puts a lot of force into the shake. And let's go.
And the force you feel coming back is quite as. Do you have potence?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're having that's a firm shake on both sides, but you've got fortitude. You're winning. Right, like potence 5.
Right. So what do you want to roll here?
No, we don't need to roll anything. You're winning, but he's got a firm grip. Powerful, strong. Once Paragos has left,
he's not leaving just yet. He is also saying goodbye from Rose, of course, with a slightly bow. As he leaves the room, he will just turn his
to the door because I have to remove the ward.
Oh, so he will wait for her to remove the ward, and after she removes the ward, as he is about to take his leave from the door, he will look back for a second to Dr. Softly, as he's saying, well, you know, there's a phrase, better have one bird than two birds on a tree, or something like that. You got a bird and a half. Don't be greedy for more, it's better for nothing. And he will leave.
Dr. Softly will smile at her and listens as the footsteps disappear. Can't have you getting shortchanged now, can I? And he seemed to misunderstand when I was saying 2 major boons. I wasn't saying either of them for me. Both would have been for yourself. These offers are too little. The more who have obtenebration, the less you will be able to barter for it in the future, if you wish to teach. I don't know about your own thoughts on the matter.
Well, from where I come from, it wasn't that big a deal, the obtenebration. So I would have gone along with the major boon.
He might change his mind. Let's leave him dangle in the wind a bit. Because he doesn't exactly have a lot of alternatives now, does he?
Well, there's always Siggy.
Perhaps. But Siggy, I don't think, will be running off to teach people too much as well. More so than yourself, he needs to keep a low profile. He has certain telltale signs that mark him out. It is one thing to be a kindred but no reflection. It is another to be a kindred but no reflection who has use of obtenebration. That is a kind of attention he can do without. The blood is marked you differently, and in a way unknown to most.
True.
But
I'll give it some more thoughts, and I'll speak to Paragos again.
The advantage is, as well, he might increase the offer over the next few days. He might change his mind, or unless you have any need for that boon, you don't have to teach him now. There's no immediate need for you now. If you need such a boon or for a certain action, then you can reconsider the matter. There is no immediate matter for you. Whereas if he wants to gain the power now, he has to give over more now.
Well, there is the matter that I want to stay friends with Gangrel, because I need friends.
You have friends, and as I said, you are my child now, and I will protect you. And I have a few tricks up my sleeve. Won't let you know them all just yet. You should never let know every one of your tricks. And he just kind of glances at the remains of the various wards on the door. And I think it'll be quite some time before even I can figure out exactly all of your tricks. A useful thing. Far less common abilities.
Well, they're not secrets that I can share with anyone at this point.
As I said, that is a secret very few have, and the price demanded for it would be exceedingly high. A major boon? No.
No,
Blood boon? No.
no.
Life boon? Get into kind of territory there at that point. But let us, and then he takes out of the briefcase the other thing held there. Continue your education. I've brought you another book, and he'd take out another one of the Kindred lore books. Yay, can you see?
Sparkle. You can see the sparkle in her eyes being like, ooh, book.
And we'll see, end the scene there.